Metadata is all the information about a page that you send to search engine that is not visible to your visitors. There seems to be some misunderstanding about this, as most of the articles I read about SEO metadata seems to imply that it's just the title, description, keywords, and robot declaration in the head of your website. Others feel social media declaration like open graph tags should be considered metadata as well. W3C states that the meta elements represent various kinds of metadata that cannot be expressed using tile, base, link, style, and script elements. That means all the elements from meta to link and scripts are in fact the metadata. All these elements like links and metas might be metadata, but that doesn't mean all the metadata is relevant for your SEO. In this course, we will go over those meta elements that do influence your ranking. In this first course, we will focus on meta tags in the head of your website. The obvious metadata elements, there are a couple of elements that obviously are metadata elements. Even if you know just a tad bit about SEO, you have heard of these. Meta title. Meta title element is the main title of the page, represented by the title element. It should be showing like this. This is probably the most important element for SEO. Adding the right title, your pages can still have a direct influence on your ranking. Make sure to include the main keyword or focus keyword at the beginning of and end of your title, with your company or website name for branding. The preferred length of your title might vary based on the most used device people use to view your website, but a rule of thumb is that we have to keep a viewable limit in mind these days. An example, if you have a lot of mobile visitors, go for short title. It is simple as that. Meta description used to be short description or summary of the page at hand. In the old days, it helped Google to tell what page was about in a heartbeat. These days, Google simply reads the entire page and the meta description has become a suggestion for text displayed in Google search results. For this specific page and meta description, Google is for instance showing. That example immediately emphasized that meta description is just a suggestion. Ours is not shown in search result page for the specific query. I used WordPress SEO definite guide. That surely doesn't mean you should forget about it. It is invitation for your page you send to Google. It just might happens that Google prefers another snippet from your page to match a specific search query. Meta keywords. Forget about meta keywords now. They are just used for tags on some social sites. But meta keywords can easily backfire in Bing. For instance, Bing is said to use meta keywords the other way around. If you are heavily optimize your meta keywords, for instance by stuffing it with your focus keywords, and doesn't synonyms, Bing will consider that this spammy. I can relate to that. If you are serious about SEO, you will by now know that influence of meta keywords has become close to zero and zero for Google. Meta robots. Use the meta robots tag to tell Google how to treat the page. Treat the meta robot tag with care, as the meta robot tag is respective a lot more than your robot.txt declaration by Google. If you want to learn more about robots.txt and meta robot tag, you should check our coming course. In this training, we will explain how to assert and improve the crawlability of your site on the basic technical requirement for good SEO. The other meta tags in your head section, there are more meta tags that can be included in your head section, but not all have an effect on SEO. I'd like to go over some of the ones that might. Meta refresh. If you pride yourself on being the internet since Alta Vista, you know that meta refresh tag. It allows you to redirect a page after a given time to another page unless you have a good reason to use this tag. I recommend using an HTTP status code like 301 redirect or other redirect code instead. That also means that if you find one of your website, you should consider changing it. An HTTP status code sends a much clearer signal to search engine, as the meta refresh returns a 200 OK code. This means the web page is okay to visit and index. The meta refresh tag looks like this. It tells the browser to wait for 30 seconds and then simply go to another website, another URL. The only logical reason to use this stays is to show the splash screen or welcoming page for your website. For instance, with a notice or ad, go on your regular homepage after a certain number of seconds. But these days, there are nicer solutions for that. Meta Google. You read that right. Google also accepts some personal metadata, the ones that mention themselves as there are two. Meta name Google contests no site link search box. This only prevents Google from adding a site search box right in the search results like this. This means people cannot search your site directly from Google. Sites links, Amazon use this tag to make sure people use the search option on their website. Among other things, this will make sure people see more and more related products, which might trigger some or more higher sale. The other one has to do with translation. If you don't want Google Translate to ask a visitor to translate your website in whatever language, you can use this tag, meta name Google content no translate. It's named Google, but it does not influence SEO that much. I would not use it, but instead let me visitors decide. A third Google related meta tag is the Google site verification tag. That is really only used to verify your website for Google Search Console. We recommend adding it onto your website, keeping it added so Google is able to verify whenever they want. Meta viewport. Meta viewport is used to determine, for instance, the zoom of the page. A common use of viewport tag is meta name viewport, width, device width, initial scale 1. Makes sense, right? The width of the page should be width of the device, and the initial scale of page should be 1, default. There are reasons to think of why you did like to change these settings, but I have seen that gone wrong a couple of times. Running website responsive, for instance, that is one reason I'm adding this one to the list, as a bad user experience could influence SEO. Use rel canonical to prevent duplicate content. Every website should use canonical to prevent duplicate content and point Google to original source of the content. Rel canonical is one of the most meta tags elements that has an immediate influence on your site SEO. If done wrong, it might ruin it. An example, we have seen sites that had canonical for all pages pointed to homepage. That is basically telling Google that for all the content of your website, you just want homepage to rank. If done right, you should give props to another website for writing an article that you republished. Add rel amped HTML to point search engine to your AMP page. In order to link a page to its AMP variant, use the rel equal to AMP HTML.amp is a variation of your desktop page, designed for faster loading and better user experience on mobile device. It was introduced by Google, and to be honest, we like it. It seriously improves the mobile user experience, so be sure to set up an AMP site and link that AMP page into your head section. If you have websites, adding AMP page in is a piece of cake. You can simply install the AMP plugin by automatic and you will have AMP page and the rel AMP HTML links right after that. DNS prefetch for faster loading. By telling the browser in advance about a number of locations where it can find certain files it needs to render a page, you simply make it easier and faster for the browser to load your page or element from a page you link to. If implemented right, DNS prefetching will make sure a browser knows the IP address of the site linked and is ready to show the requested page. What about the rel equals to author? Rel equals to author has no effect whatsoever at the moment. It has not had any effect we know for quite a while actually. You never know what Google use might come up with for it, but for now we are not pushing it. Is there any more? We have discussed the meta tags and ring rel meta tags in the head. If there is more data that affects SEO, I would certainly be adding that in course. But for now, that's it from my side.